Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining today's stream. Unfortunately, Tom will not be with us today, but the stream should still be good. Welcome, Hunter, Jamie, Mike, Matthew, Corbin, Trading Desk, Alex, David. Thank you guys so much for joining today. As always, let me know what stocks you're watching, and we'll definitely give them a look. We have Corbin saying, "Good morning, Mike, Hunter, and the crew. Hopefully, Tom makes it." Yeah, he might be in the Discord a little bit later, but he's definitely not going to make it for the stream, unfortunately. But anyways, we have Corbin looking at the BABA 215 calls for 820. So BABA has been recovering pretty well. It gapped up pretty nicely in pre-market. It doesn't look bad at all, actually. Give me one second. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I'm glad that you're getting more time. One thing to be aware of with BABA, if we go to the August 20th chain, the options are probably going to be like $550 or so. So it's not a bad play at all. I would definitely look into like some debit spreads too, just to help like hedge yourself, you can say. So maybe if you buy like the 220 call, or the 215 call, I should say, and then you sell like the 240 call. Then we have, let's see, Matthew saying AMD and Chewy, please. Let's take a look. So we have AMD. This one's pulling back a good amount, or at least it did yesterday. I'm more neutral on this one than anything. We're seeing so much mixed sentiment in the market. Like if we go to the SPY yesterday, it really sold off pretty hard intraday, and now it's all over the place in pre-market. And we have certain stocks like Apple that are just like really holding the market up. So I'm just neutral on AMD, not necessarily bullish or bearish. If we look at CHWY, let me take a look at this one. If anything, I'd be a little bit more bearish on this one. Welcome Russ, Sylvia, and Sean. Thank you guys so much for joining. So it looks like the market just opened up. Let's take a look at the SPY and just overall movement. I know UPWK got absolutely demolished yesterday. I think it was down like 17% or so, and it's down another 3% right now. I like this company for the long term. There was not any major catalyst yesterday for why it fell so much, but clearly a big seller came in, and honestly, this move kind of reminds me of what happened with like VIAC with that Archegos problem a couple months ago. Like it just fell out of nowhere, and the sell-off was brutal. So either way, I like UPWK for the long term, and if they can like touch maybe like 45 or 40 bucks, I would definitely consider selling some puts on them. We have IV rising, and let's say we go to like the August expiration, you can sell like the $42.50 puts for like 200 bucks. So it's a pretty good deal in my opinion. Then we have Trading Desk saying, "Good morning. What do we think about MOXC?" Let's take a look. MOXC. I actually have never even heard of this company. I mean, their charts have been exploding over the past year. Pretty good volume in general. IV is extremely high, so be very careful playing any options on them. They'll be extremely expensive. But it is kind of pulling back right now. Honestly, I think it's already up too much to, get in at this point. Of course, it can continue up, but it just isn't worth the risk. And it already went from $1 all the way up to like $31. So, of course it can continue up, but in my opinion, it's not worth the risk. If you wanted to play to the downside, just be careful playing puts because the IV is 250%. So probably a put debit spread or a call credit spread would be the way to go. Let's see. I'm just managing a couple things at once. Then we have David saying, "Good morning, everyone. Looks like everything is going down. What are your thoughts, Mike and Tom?" So it's hard to say because last time we were in a scenario like this, here, let me just pull it up for everyone right here. Give me 1 second. Let me go to SPX. So I have a watch list right here. Basically, this is the $4.5 billion options trade. We can see at the smart money, just look at the volume right here, right where my cursor is. We can see the smart money got a lot, bought these call options basically on the low on like the 18th, June 18th. Ever since the smart money got in, the market has been exploding, and we're starting to see the smart money scale out. So I do a lot of analysis on the weekends, and last time we were in a scenario like this, the market just like slowly trickled up for the next couple weeks, and the smart money continued to sell off a little bit of their position like every couple days or so. And then coincidentally, on the last day they sold their position, the market like tanked right after it. So I'm not necessarily like super bearish right now, but at the same time, I'm definitely not bullish considering we're having the smart money sell out of their position and taking profits, and they would only do that if they think that there's a good chance of the market slowing down. So I really think the main thing to watch out for is just the potential rotation. Stocks like Apple are already up way too much, and what's good is we will start to see a rotation into other aspects of the market. Certain stocks I'm looking at, of course, we have like the China stocks with Baba and Baidu and stuff like that, but I was also looking at companies like Boeing, maybe even airlines. They've been struggling, but it looks like they're starting to like at least like hold their ground a little bit more. Maybe even some hotel stocks like CZR, and then a lot of stocks like PENN. I've really been watching this one. I still think we're a little early though, but I think the best move right now is to just look and find stocks for the upcoming rotation. Honestly, my favorite one for that right now is PENN, but like I said, we're still early. And we had Mike saying AAL and CCL. Yeah, those ones could be pretty good for the upcoming rotation too. We can see with AAL, it's been non-stop selling off for, over a month now. And it's starting to hold its ground a little bit right at that $20 support. They do have earnings coming up, so I think that can definitely be a good play. CCL, yeah, they've been getting screwed over lately. They've been selling off nonstop for also the past month now. I think it'll be a good dip buy, and I just wish the premiums were higher. I would sell some puts on it. Let's see. All right, I'm just looking through the Discord real quick. Then we have, we have Trading Desk saying Tom heading out to Las Vegas to research Planet 9. No, he's actually coming down to Florida, actually, so it'll be a good time, but good stuff. Vicky saying, good morning. China Stokes may be delisted from U.S. exchanges. Yeah, the U.S. and China tensions are never a good sign. Some stocks to watch out for, like DD, Baba, BIDU, PDD, JD, stocks like that. Then we have Alex saying, I feel SPCE is trying to recover slightly today after the multi-day fall. Let's check it out. Yeah, I couldn't even believe the sell-off on this thing the other day. It's pretty brutal. There is a little bit of support at like $30 or so if we go to like an intraday chart. You're right, it definitely is trying to bounce up. Looks like they have a decent amount of strength this morning, which is great to see. Pretty nice volume coming in, so yeah, not bad at all, and I definitely agree with you. Then we have Spacely saying, good morning. Gonna be another choppy day trading. I know what you mean. Thanks for joining, Spacely. Then we have Manny Money saying, thoughts on UMC. Let's check it out. UMC, so it's down slightly today. It just doesn't really move too much. IV is pretty low. I don't know. It doesn't really move too much. I don't really see too much opportunity with it. I guess if you wanted to look at the technicals, there is resistance right at like $10.50, and then a small resistance above 10. So maybe watch if it breaks 10, and if that's the case, it could be good for like a breakout up to 10.50. That's the only real setup I'm seeing with it. There is support at $9 too. Then we have Johnny Leverage saying, good morning. Thoughts on Square for the next 1 to 2 months. Let's take a look. So over the past couple months, I've been seeing a good amount of bullish options activity with this one, and it's just been consolidating. Overall, they're a great company. My main worry with this one, Johnny, is if the market starts to pull back a good amount, and we're starting to see the smart money exit their long call positions, which definitely is not a good sign. So I love the company. I think even the chart setup looks good. My only main worry with this one is if the market starts to pull back, but there are many ways to hedge that. Like, of course, you can let's say you want to do a Square call debit spread. You can just hedge with SPY put debit spreads, or you could do a lot of different things to hedge yourself. But overall, pretty good setup. We have Tom in the chat saying, how is LUV, the airline, since I'm on one right now? Yeah, we missed you, Tom. Let's take a look. LUV is doing okay. they're holding their ground right now. They're not looking the best, but they're not looking horrible either. They are holding a support right at $51.50. And then if we go to like an hourly chart, yeah, I mean, they're holding their ground. They're definitely not looking good, but they're not looking bad. I really want to sell puts on them sometime soon. I just wish the premiums were higher. But yeah, I mean, PENN, PENN, I know that one's selling off a little bit today. This one will be pretty good for selling puts soon. I'm actually curious. Let me take a look. Yeah, this one will be pretty good soon. Like if you sell like the if you sell like the 64 strike put, and let's say worst case scenario you get assigned at 64, that should be a pretty good deal. I like that. And then we have Kumar saying, are value stocks better way to trade now as growth seems to be out of steam? I would say yes, but understand that they move in like different ways compared to growth stocks. So, you know, when you have a stock like Apple, where it's just green basically every day for like the past month or so, and then let's say you go to a value stock like KO, it can also have some huge movement, but it will be a lot different type of movement. There will be more like choppiness and more pullbacks in it. So to answer your question, I would say yes, Kumar, but just understand that they just trade in different ways. You're not gonna. You have to understand that you're gonna have to adjust your stops because they move a lot differently. And we have Jerry saying, thoughts on Home Depot puts with lumber prices coming back to normal. I've been thinking about it, but it looks like Home Depot is just holding up fine. And even with lumber prices tanking, Home Depot is like still holding its ground, and they've actually popped up a little bit. So I don't think that's the best way to play lumber right now. Let me check. Like I know like lumber liquidators, ticker symbol LL. I know they've been tanking, so I don't think it's too late to get on this if you're looking to play the lumber play. But I just don't think Home Depot is the way to play it because they haven't really been moving with lumber, at least in the short term. Then we have Russ saying AMC really trying. Yeah, it's up like 5% or so. Man, I mean, there's just been it's been taking a beating over the past day or so, or past week or so, I should say. You know, I hope that everyone who's in it can profit, but it is looking pretty rough. Down around 5%. Yeah, not looking too good. Let's see what else we have moving. Let me go to the watch list. UPWK still selling off. This one's going to be good for selling puts. Let me go to August real quick. Yeah, the 35 strike puts for like $40. It's a pretty solid deal. The only problem is that it's going to take like 36 days to actually lock in the profit. Overall, I like the setup. And then we have Matthew saying the NASDAQ is dropping. QQQ, it is definitely dropping. Yeah, breaking below support right now. SPY also breaking below support. CAT slightly red. UPST pretty decent in the red. Zoom. Tilray's holding its ground. GE's looking good. Disney's looking good. Target's looking okay. They're flat. So yeah, not too bad overall. Let's see. Give me 1 second. All right. And then we have Alex saying thoughts on Plug, Fubo for the short term. I have Leaps that has another 4 months left. Not sure if I should close some. Said Plug and Fubo. Let's see. Well, it depends on when your Leaps expire, but it also depends on the strike prices. Overall, I like them. They're not my favorite setup, but I think they look good overall. It really just depends on the strike price, because you said they expire in 4 months. Yeah, the strike price will be huge. Then we have Fubo, Fubo. Yeah, this one's not bad either. They're basically the same setup, in my opinion. Let me know your strike prices. If you're out of the money, I probably would close it, but if you're at the money, I would probably even close it too. But if you're in the money, you should be good. And then Hunter saying TSM tanked. Man, that thing did tank. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. Let's look at the options. Yeah, some of these options are up like 300% or so. If you look intraday, yeah, the next support's at like 117, you could say, and then 115. Yeah, the 115 for the support after 117. Click saying NVIDIA Enterprise. Not sure what you mean by that one, but I like it for puts. I definitely do not like it for like calls or anything like that right now. I think it looks pretty good for puts. Then we have Mike saying, hey guys, any idea why UPWK dropped so much? Great question, and I'm wondering the same exact thing, Mike. If we look at the news, there's no major news to back it up. Like literally on Thinkorswim it says Upwork shares are trading lower, not seeing company specific news. So like it's just selling off. But when we see a sell off this big, it's someone who clearly has a ton of shares of the stock. So we will find out probably in like a week or so, because I remember like with the Archegos scandal with VIAC, like we didn't find out for like a couple days later. But either way, it looks pretty bad. I like the company for the long term, and if they continue to fall, I will definitely sell some puts on them. Then we have, let's see. So Alex, or actually Matthew says, any info regarding tech stocks? I mean, a lot of them are just overbought in my opinion. Alex saying Plug is the 25 strike and Fubo is the 20 strike. Well, maybe just sell one of them, Alex, or maybe turn them into spreads, because you do have leaps, which is good already. If you turn them into spreads, it could put you in a pretty good position. So let's say we go to like Fubo. You have the 20 strike. What you can do is you can just sell a diagonal spread. You can go out to August and sell like the 28 strike call. In the worst case scenario, you have to close your spread, and that would be only if Fubo is above $28. If it's not, then you keep like over $200, and that can lower your cost basis and ultimately just like help your overall profitability on the specific trade. Bravo said, thoughts on market as a whole, VIX shares. Well, so here's the thing. So if we go back to the smart money options trade, give me a second. Let's see. So where is this spread? Give me 1 second, guys. So the SPX call options for September, 3,000 strike. The smart money started to exit their position. So I'm not necessarily fully bearish on the market because they are still holding most of their call options. However, they are starting to scale out. The last time this happened, the market kind of just like lingered around to the upside for a couple weeks and then eventually dumped. So I'm not really too bearish right now, but if you have existing positions, VIX calls or VXX shares can definitely help you out. Then we have Oliver saying, finally getting NVIDIA getting smacked to Kingdom Come. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it's kind of good to see because obviously, like, I love the company for the long term, but they've just been way overbought, and I think they're way overdue for a pullback. And this type of selling pressure will definitely have a ripple effect into other aspects of the market, like stocks like Apple, SPY, QQQ, and just other growth stocks like that. Then we have Mike saying, any thoughts on SPX call credit spreads? I like it. I like it overall. You can get some decent premiums. I like the setup. And then Craig said, thoughts on workhorse stock for a long term? It's not bad to have a little bit of it. Personally, I like stocks like NEO and I guess you could even say CCIV a little bit more. CCIV is definitely more speculative, like 1,000,000%. But I think NEO's a pretty solid stock, and it's at a good level right now. What you can do, Craig, is you can just sell like some put options on NEO at the money, and you can have a relatively low cost basis for doing that. Let's just do a check-in on the overall market. Looks like we are seeing some chop this morning. We look at Apple. It is holding its ground. NVIDIA is kind of holding its ground. Tesla's doing pretty good. AMC is doing good. What is it? Walmart's doing good. Wow, Walmart's doing really good. Then we have Jerry saying, is Apple breaking 150 today? They touched 150 in pre-market, and they struggled off that level. Of course, it definitely can, but even if they do touch 150, I think it'll be a really tough breakout. They've been running for so long. The options premiums are getting expensive, and at the same time, we're starting to see certain tech stocks already sell off, like NVIDIA. So even if they do, it'll be hard to see a nice run. Of course, anything is possible. Bravo saying, is Boeing a buy soon? I think it is going to be a buy soon, but not this second. I think we have a little bit, probably a couple more weeks or so. For me at least, I'll probably be selling puts if it breaks below the $218 area. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good setup for the long term, but I think we're a little early. Boeing in certain ways reminds me of Penn. I really have this one on my radar. I'm looking to start to slowly scale into this one. But yeah, let me know what other stocks you're looking at, guys. I'm going to take a look through the Discord real quick. Yeah, Nvidia's getting smacked. AMC's powering up. Yeah, let's see. We have Tesla doing pretty well. Let me know what stocks you guys are looking at this morning. All right, so yeah, Tesla's not doing bad at all. SPCE even bouncing. I think Alex called that this morning. Looks pretty good. Then we have Jackson saying BABA is easy money. Yeah, it's doing pretty well right now. It's up almost 2%. It's holding its ground. IV's falling. Good stuff. It's awesome to see these China stocks bounce back. You know, they were selling off horribly last week. I mean, it was getting brutal. BABA went from like 230 down to below 200 in like a week, which is a pretty huge move. And then we have Bravo asking about PGR. Let's take a look. PGR. I mean, it's not bad for like a dip buy. It's at support at $90 right now. Corbin saying, how is the Target play doing? Target's down a little bit right now. It's definitely a slow mover, but I think it'll be just fine. The movements are already starting to slow down. IV's rising. We saw smart money get into puts the other day. So I think it's doing good right now. Target's red, which is what we want. It's a slow moving play though, and the smart money got in some puts, so not really worried about it. And it should be a good hedge to the other plays. Then we have Apple. We have Hunter saying Apple rallying back is wild. You know, they're such a powerhouse, Hunter. Yeah, they're getting really close to that 150 level as Jerry suggested. But yeah, look at this. This is a huge candle. Who is buying this much? This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me look at the news real quick. Yeah, so it looks like they have the raised price targets. Yeah, I mean they're exploding up, but don't get too caught into the hype. Yeah, Ivy's pretty high. The stock's exploding. We have Vicky saying JNPR, please. Let's take a look. JNPR. Yeah, they look pretty good. I like the setup, Vicky. Chart looks good. Resistance at 29. You could say it's making higher lows and higher highs. Support at 27. Little resistance at 28, which it's now above. I like the setup. And then then we have, let's see, Sylvester saying T is a sleeper, but no one seems to care. Accumulating. Yeah, I know that they lowered their dividend or had some negative dividend news come out, which scared a lot of people away from the stock. But yeah, it's not a bad play. And then we have Jerry saying, seriously, who's buying Apple at 150? I am wondering the same thing. And I just don't want like a lot of retail traders to be like looking at Apple saying, oh, it went from 125 to 150. What's stopping it from going from 150 to 175? And guys, please be very careful like buying options at the highs right here. IV is high, the stock's high, and like let's say we just go to a chart of let's say we go to like the 150 strike calls for August for Apple, and we go to like a daily chart, like you don't really want to be buying after it already went from $50 up to 500. Like now's not the time to be buying in. Even if it continues up, it's just probably not worth the risk. So just be really careful when it comes to some of these overbought tech stocks. Like while Apple's rallying, we're seeing Facebook break new lows, you can say. So guys, really be careful with these overbought tech stocks like Apple. Then we have I'm Fierce saying Facebook looks to be right near the uptrend line. Yeah, I mean, it's pulling back a little bit right now. It's definitely not as strong as Apple. And they're right at support at 344. So, yeah, just keep your eye on it. It's definitely not looking too strong right now. And then we have Mike saying, thanks for everything again. What are your thoughts on GNOG? Let's take a look. GNOG. Let's see. GNOG. Honestly, I've never even heard of this company, but from a chart point of view, it is making lower lows, which isn't the best sign. Also making lower highs. Support right at like, you could say like $10.50 and then $11. The next resistance is like $13. After that, the next resistance is, you can say like $14.50. And then after that, you can say like 16 or so. So, I don't know. It doesn't look horrible, but to be honest, I've never even really heard of this company. From a chart standpoint, it's not good to see lower lows and lower highs. Carlos said AMC is having a green day. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's up around 4% today. It's trying to bounce back from that huge sell-off so far this week. Carlos said, I'm not touching that. On another note, China stocks are showing signs of life. They definitely are. You know, it's awesome to see Baba, Baidu, and all those other ones explode. Baba's up now 2%. Baidu up 2%. PDD up 2%. JD up almost 3%. So that's a great sign. Alex saying, thoughts on NIO for the short term? It had a pretty solid day today. Supports at 43. Really the only thing I like NIO for right now is short puts. You can get some pretty good premiums with them. The IV isn't sky high, but it's still 74%. Right now the stock's at like $44. So what you can do is you can go to like, let's say next week, and you can sell like the 39 strike put, and you can get paid like $35. And it's a total win-win if you like the stock for the long term. The worst case scenario, you buy 100 shares at 39, which is a pretty good price overall. So I like the setup for short puts. And then we have I'm Fierce saying Golden Nugget, my first casino I stayed at when I was 21 in Vegas. Huh, that's awesome. So yeah, that's cool. I'm Fierce talking about Baba. Looking pretty good so far. Pretty solid recovery. A lot of buyers are stepping into this one. Finally, you know, it only took them. They were a week late, basically. I was looking to play these China stocks, but I think they shook out a lot of people on that horrible news they had. Last week. You know, they sold off from like 230 all the way down to like below 200, which was pretty crazy. And then we have you saying Jay Powell being grilled. Click, if I sell shares of a stock and buy option of the same stock, is it considered a day trade? If you sell shares of a stock and buy option of the same, no. Day trade is only like on one specific security. So like, you know, it'd have to be like the same option. Like if you bought an option on Baba this morning and then you sold that same option later in the day, that would be a day trade. But let's say you had Baba shares and you sell your Baba shares today and then you buy a call, that would not be a day trade. Even if they're like correlated or anything, it has to be the specific security that is the same. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of you guys are saying, the China stocks are doing pretty good today. Baba's up over 2%. Even NIO's looking pretty good. They're up like 2.5%. So looking pretty good overall. The ARK ETFs are slightly in the green. What is that? DEL, Airlines doing pretty good. BLNK, yeah, not bad at all. CAT falling. Tilray popping up a little bit. GE, UPSD popping up. Target falling, which is what we like to see. Disney's in the green. Love to see that. Yeah, I love Disney. It's looking pretty awesome. Yeah, so let us know what stocks you guys are watching. I know Tom's not with us today, so it makes the stream a little different. But overall, looks like we're having a good day. The market's slightly in the red. The SPY is trying to bounce up. Apple is just, it's really holding everything else up. Facebook on the low ticker. Then we have Jackson saying, y'all buying weed stocks, SNDL, ACB, and OGI. You know, it's been so hard to trade these ones. I've been watching Tilray for a while now, and every time it seems like they're about to break out, they just sell off so hard. So I like the setups, but man, they just they're pretty weak right now. You know, like it's been pretty bad. Like anytime they try and break out, they just get rejected really hard. So you know, I guess that's the market sometimes, but overall, I like the setup. Then we have Vicky saying NOK mRNA, please. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so NOK is down around 2%. It sold off a decent amount yesterday. Overall, looks like it's trending in the right direction. I know a lot of people in the Discord did a lot of research on this one. I did not do a deep dive into the company's fundamentals like everyone else did, or like a lot of people did. But yeah, I think the technical setup looks pretty good. mRNA, they're a powerhouse. They're still going up. Yeah, I mean, they're good for a momentum play, but I definitely wouldn't be buying in shares now. And then Jerry said some weird flow on CZR. Jerry, let me know what flow you saw on CZR, because I've actually really been monitoring this one. I'm very curious to know. So definitely let me know what flow you're seeing. Then we have Alex saying, Mike, what is your thoughts on Wish? WISH. I like it overall. It's definitely a risky play, but the risk reward ratio is pretty good at these levels. Let's say you get in at 10, stop loss at let's say I don't know, $8.50, and your first profit target could be like $14 or so. So pretty solid risk reward ratio. It's risky, but it's not a bad setup at all. Then we have Oliver saying SBCE is acting weird, wants to go up. Yeah, I mean, it's holding its ground really well. It's up 3.5%, which is awesome. Lots of buyers are coming in, lots of volume, which is awesome to see. We have Hunter saying DraftKings and Palantir coming back from the dead this week. It's about time, Let's say we go to Palantir. Palantir's up almost 2%. Lots of buying activity coming in. DraftKings up 1.23%. Looks awesome. Yeah, looks very, very nice. It's good to see him come back up. Corbin saying, I'm in CAT, Target puts, Disney, GE, Tilray calls, and Apple puts. I'm not looking to add any positions today until the end of the day. Good stuff. It's good to have multiple positions open. And yeah, I know not all those positions are correlated, which is what you want. I think it looks pretty good. I really like the Disney position overall. Target's basically it's unchanged right now, but should be a good play. We have Russ saying, Weed, I think UWE should buy shares only and hold. UWE. All right. And then we have Jackson saying Palantir is a banger, long-term hold. Yeah, they've been doing pretty well over the past 2 months or so. I know they struggled over the past 2 to 3 weeks, but they had such an awesome recovery from May. They literally went from 17 all the way up to over 27. So when you have pops like that, you got to expect the pullback. But yeah, I really like them for the long term too. Bravo said, can you see volume on SPY and DIA today? Sure. Let's see. So SPY, let's take a look. So if we look at the SPY, I mean, the volume is currently at 7.7 million. Yesterday it was at 64.1 million, but the market's only been open for 30 minutes now. And if you look at DIA, the volume today for the DIA is 858,000. So of course it's low, but the market basically just opened. AMC's popping back up, looking up 10% or so. Yeah, not bad. Resistance right at 37. Watch that level. But yeah, it's not a bad day, guys. The market's not really tanking or popping. It's just a neutral day. SPY is breaking out though, intraday. It's still down though, which is the thing. So let's see. What do we have moving? We have UPST finally going green. Awesome. GE going green. Tilray green. Disney green. And Target unchanged. Not bad. All right, sorry guys, I had to get a drink. It's hard to talk nonstop for 30 minutes. Just need a quick drink. But yeah, let me know what stocks you're watching. MRNA is really popping up. It's what is it? All-time highs. Let me take a look. Yeah, MRNA is exploding. I can't believe it's still going. Even given that it's July of 2021. I know that they were really popping up last year with COVID and all that stuff. But yeah, it's awesome to see them still popping. Bravo saying NCLH, RCL getting killed. Yeah, CCL is too. If we look at NCLH, they are struggling. RCL, yeah, they're getting smacked. I think it's going to be pretty good for selling puts soon. Corbin said, Mike, can you make Apple go down for me? I wish. I really wish. Jay said GME is moving. Yeah, it's up 2%. Corbin, I can make Apple go down for you if you can make Disney explode for me. Then we have Jay saying GME is moving. Yeah, it's up 2% or so. It's looks to be moving in sympathy with AMC. It's looking pretty good so far. Lots of volume came in this morning, which is good to see right at open. I'm very curious if, like shorts are covering. I don't know. I guess we'll take a look through the short interest day-to-day changes. But, yeah, I mean, they got smacked the other day, AMC and GME. What else? DAL is on the high ticker. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, DAL is up 4% or so. Not bad. Like I said, I think airlines might be the move for the next quarter. One thing that I'm just watching is I'd rather be late than wrong. So I'd hate to get an airlines now, like DAL calls now, to see it pull back down to 36 and then consolidate for a couple weeks and then, go up to let's say 46 or so. So I just think we're a little bit early with these airlines and some other stocks like that. We have Sean asking about JD for a day trade. I think it looks really good. Lots of momentum. Yeah, it looks pretty good overall. Yeah, looks good. Then we have Corbin saying buying tickets for everyone to go to Disney World. Stocked up crew, let's go. Yeah, I mean, that'll be awesome. We just need Disney to pop up a little bit more and the trip should be paid for. It's looking pretty good though. It's really holding this support. Lots of buyers coming in. I know that they're raising prices, which should be great for the company. But yeah, it's a pretty solid play. It's definitely my favorite out of all of them right now. Alex saying thoughts on Torchlight, TRCH. TRCH. Well, I just did that ticker change. I know it used to be TRCH. I'm not really not really follow these ones too much. So let me know if the ticker changed. SPY is struggling a little bit at resistance at 435.60 or so. So keep an eye out for that. But the main one I'm watching. Oh, okay, gotcha. TRCH switched to MMAT. All right, cool. So I know this one's been struggling a lot lately. Tom and I were actually talking about this one yesterday. I mean, it's at support right now if you want to dip by it, but it's just, I don't know. It's definitely not a play for me. Support's at $4. It's going to be a big support. Like I said, it's not for me, but if you wanted to get into it, now would probably be the time while it's at support rather than buying in when it's breaking out above $6. So it's not bad, but definitely a risky play. Then we have Jerry talking about CZR. Jerry, let me know what flow you saw on CZR. I've really been following this one, and I'm curious as to what you found, because, yeah, I've really been watching this one. So let me know what you found with the flow. Then we have, let's see, looks like AMC's still going. AMC is now up a little bit over 9%. Yeah, it's holding its ground, and it has that pretty good momentum. Let me look through the Discord real quick. Let's see. All right, cool. Cat, how's Cat looking? CAT. Yeah, looks like they just went pretty decent green candle. What else do we have movement? DAL. DAL is looking pretty good. SMH down a little bit. Wow, UPWK had a pretty nice recovery. This one will be good for selling puts if it sells off more. Yeah, not going to be bad because I really like this one for the long term. What else do we have? Let's see. Penn. How's Penn doing? PENN. They're looking good. Up around 1.7%. Buyers are coming in. Good stuff. Any news? Block trade, 905,000 shares. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it should be a good play. Yeah, things are going pretty good so far. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching. SPY is not really doing too much. QQQ not doing too much. Disney trending in the right direction. GE trending in the right direction. Tilray going in the right direction. UPST kind of going in the right direction. Target doing very well. Here we go, Target. Selling off right now. Good to see. Corbin, Jerry. It's good to see this type of sell-off. But, hey, Target's been a powerhouse. I looked at it yesterday, and they were at 251. And I was like, all right, we're breaking below support. Looks pretty good. And it just held that support and bounced up. So, time will tell with this one. But I think it's looking good. Down around 0.3%. Should be a good play. They're super overextended. Especially if you look on that max weekly chart. Yeah, super overextended. Sylvia saying thoughts on Netflix. So I'm not sure if everyone saw or not, but they actually announced that they are opening up or they're going to be adding a gaming section to Netflix, which should be great. and they said that they don't expect to charge more for it, so it'll just be like a value add type thing, and it should be great for their company for the long term. They hired some industry veterans when it comes to gaming to help them out with this, so it should be good. They popped up a lot in after hours yesterday, and they're holding their ground, so I like the setup overall. It's not even bad for a dip buy right now. Yeah, PLUG is, PLUG is up around 3.5%. Not looking bad at all. Not bad for a dip buy. ORCL pulling back a little bit. What else? AMC, XPEV. How's that one? Doing pretty good. Hunter saying, dang, Gamer's going to make some more dough. I know. Netflix, too. Could you imagine, if Netflix made a game and let's say it popped off like Fortnite, or if it became viral? I mean, everyone would get a Netflix account, and that would be amazing for Netflix. So man, that would be awesome. So I think there's definitely potential with it, and kind of makes me want to buy Netflix shares. But yeah, it should be good. I know they're still in the early stages. Maybe if we see Netflix retest support sometime soon, I'll maybe sell some puts on it or something like that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good setup. Bank stocks are not doing anything. Goldman, JP Morgan, just kind of sitting around. USB, they're looking pretty good though. Yeah, they're having a pretty good day. Resistance at 62.50. Another resistance at 60. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a boring day, to be honest. There's no crazy movers this morning. If I look at, I look at some of the bots real quick. Right now, it's really just calling out AMC calls, JD calls, Neo calls. So yeah, Neo's looking pretty good right now, up just under 4%. Not bad. We'll probably see this one pull back a little bit, and then that will be where the ideal entry is. But yeah, not bad, guys. Let me know what stocks or anything you're watching for today. There's not too many stocks moving. If you guys are looking at any specific stocks, or let me know what you guys are watching, what you're holding. Let me know. We have Bravo saying, is MSGS or MSGE good value at these ranges? Let's take a look. It said MSGS and then MSGE. I mean, they're pulling back. I think it's way better to be buying them when they're looking like this rather than when they're breaking out above 110. And I think the setup's similar to PENN and then even Zoom. Everyone loves to buy into these stocks when Penn's at 130 and breaking out, and when Zoom's at 500 going to 550, but no one loves to buy the dips. So if you were to get into them, I think now, or they're becoming good levels. I didn't fundamentally research the company, but I don't think it's a bad play at all. In the worst case scenario, just sell some puts. You can get paid to buy the stock at a low price. Then we have Coin. Coin's doing pretty good, up around 2%. Jerry asking about Wish. Yeah, Wish is holding its ground. Not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all. Vicky saying Etsy and SoFi for day trading, please. Etsy. Not a fan of Etsy. Yeah, definitely not a fan of Etsy. I don't like the way that they've been selling off the past couple days. Not a fan of Etsy. Then we have SOFI. Let's take a look. Yeah, this one's a little bit better, maybe for a dip buy, or a pop back up. Yeah, I like this one. Support's at 16. Next resistance is 1640. Then after that, the next resistance is 1660. Okay, we have Corbin saying, gonna get a workout in. I'm probably gonna get a job to help take the pressure off my trades and help grow my account faster if I am depositing instead of withdrawing. There we go. It's good to have a job or any other source of income to supplement your trading, but also it's good to get a workout in every now and then too. Help clear the mind, and it's good stuff, Corbin. Bravo saying, thanks. You and Tom are great guys. Hopefully more subs soon. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to always add new things, whether it be to the Discord or the YouTube, or we're always trying to improve. So thank you so much, Bravo. We have Trading Desk saying, thinking about selling some SPCE 30 strike puts for 820. Not too worried about getting assigned. Thoughts? So let's take a look. So if you're not worried about getting assigned, then yeah, it should be pretty good. Let me see the premiums on these real quick. All right, so yeah, you can get paid a good amount, like over $300. I like the setup, especially if you're not worried about getting assigned. You're buying the dip, basically. I really like that setup, Trading Desk. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome to see people like selling puts and like buying in shares when they're dipping rather than everyone who's about to be YOLOing into Apple when it's at all-time highs and NVIDIA when it's super overextended. So good stuff, and that strategy will probably do you a lot better in the long term anyways. Let's see. Wish. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of talk about Wish right now. Let's see. WISH. Yeah, I mean, they're looking pretty good. They're up 5% today, having a pretty nice bounce. Let me go to like an hourly chart. A little bit of resistance at 11, a little bit at 12, and then more at like 13. Yeah. Let's see. Disney's looking pretty good. Disney is, looking really good. Up around 0.89% today. Looking awesome. I love that recovery. Market was kind of choppy, but Disney's popping up. Yep. And then what is this? Oracle. Oracle selling off a little bit. Yeah. Then we have LULU. Wild day so far. XPEV. Not bad. Corbin saying, Florida man, you guys don't cause too much trouble. Now you know Corbin. It should be a good time though. Jerry saying, see people selling 18 calls on Wish. Let's see. WISH. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's popping up nice today. It might be a covered call. I doubt they're longing those calls, but I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. Then we have JMIA. How's this one looking? I haven't checked this one out in a little bit. Yeah, it's been pulling back a good amount. Not bad for an entry. Support right at $20 or so. I think selling puts would be the way to go. IV is like almost 100%. So, not bad at all, actually. Kind of like this one. Oh, what else? UPWK recovering. NIO, not bad. Positive. Awesome to hear that, Alex. It's great to hear that. I know I talk a lot about selling puts, but some people don't like to do it because they're like, you have to put up like $4,000 to only make like $30, which a lot of times isn't even the case. But it's truly an amazing strategy, and it's probably one of the best strategies out there. You literally get paid to buy a stock you like for the long term at a low price, and you just can't beat that. You don't really have to worry about timing, and it's just an awesome, awesome strategy. Bill said Corbin made Diz go up. LOL. Did he? Maybe I can make. Yeah, I don't know. Apple's kind of struggling, so give Apple a little bit more time, and we'll see what happens. That 150 resistance is kind of strong, but Corbin, keep making Disney go up. We need to see a break above 187. All right. It's looking pretty good though. The way Disney's trending. Awesome company. It's not some crap like speculative company. They've been around for forever. Solid company. We got them at a low price. They have good news coming out. I think they got upgraded a couple times too. So not really worried about this play at all. And I'm very excited to see how it plays out over the next couple months. Let's say we see a rotation out of, let's say, Apple, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Facebook, companies like this. And if these funds start buying up like companies like Disney and GE and stuff, I mean, that'll make for a crazy next quarter. If these institutions buy up Disney like they were with like Apple and Facebook and Microsoft and NVIDIA, man, the play will do so well. But either way, it's definitely looking pretty solid right now. You love to see a day like this where it's just a lot of green, like especially on stocks we're holding like Disney. Yep. Let's see what else we have moving. Fubo coming back up. RCL on the downtrend, and it's not doing too bad. LI, how's this one? Up around 2% or so. Not bad, not great. It's all right. RDFN up like 3%. Yeah, this one's not bad either. It's been struggling a little bit over the past couple weeks. DAL in the green. NVIDIA in the red. UPWK in the red. Dow's unchanged. Not bad, not bad. Let's see, AMC. How's AMC? AMC is up 10%, over 10%. Lots of buyers coming in. Watch out for that resistance right at 37. We can see it struggled in this area a lot of times in the past. Just yesterday it touched it, like that $37 level. If we go throughout history, it's definitely been at this level quite a few times. So watch out for that resistance on AMC. What else do we have? Jay saying that Netflix puts question mark. It's selling off, but they do have a pretty good catalyst. It could be all right. It's not something I would do, but doesn't mean it's bad. They have support right at, what is that, 547. So if it breaks below there, I would really watch out for that support. Not a bad play, but it's not for me. I don't really like to bet against the news like that, and they're technically still up on the day. And then Hunter saying, sweet Lord, I had to get a parking permit for school, and it's like stealing a banana-wrapped steak from a mountain gorilla. But now I'm back and watching all the growth stonks. Welcome back, Hunter. we've Hunter, you didn't really miss anything. We had a pretty boring morning so far. The highlight has been Disney Rising, so hopefully it keeps going up. It's pulling back a little bit right now, but it's good still. Corbin saying Apple going red. There we go. All right, Corbin, trending in the right direction. I like it. There we go. IV creeping up. Here we go. We need to see a break below the 148 support, and it should be solid. So yeah, guys, we'll probably end the stream in a couple minutes or so. If there's any last-minute stocks or anything you want me to cover, throw them up in the chat and we'll take a look. But really, there's not too much going on this morning. Yeah, not too much going on. SPY's pretty mixed. We're starting to see tech stocks like Apple and Nvidia sell off. So, it is what it is. We all knew this was bound to happen. mRNA is still exploding to the upside. But yeah, MRVL up 1%. Not bad. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining today's stream. So thank you so much for joining. I know Tom wasn't with us. We should be good to go for tomorrow or early next week. It just depends on a lot of different variables. But thanks so much for joining, everyone. I hope I was able to answer your questions, and I hope you have an amazing rest of the day.